What's up, duelists? What's up, duelists? How's it going? We're gonna be trying something a little bit different today. A little bit different. We're gonna be trying something a little bit different. We're gonna be trying something a little bit different. Give me a second to tweet out that I am going live with this. Dueling book is down, so today I'm doing something a little bit more creative. We're gonna try something out that I've never really done on the stream before, which is recreating a thing. Terrible way to put it, but we are now live. Oh shoot, you're getting feedback. What's up, duelists? Copy link. Welcome in. Trying something a little bit different today. Now this might be a good stream. This might be a who knows, but we're gonna try it out. So for those of you who don't know, I am a fanatic for music. I write a lot of music. I've worked with a lot of artists and stuff. And I really like sound design. I think sound design is one of the most exciting things. So today, I'm going to just try to cover, using obviously all digital means, I'm going to try to cover the Yu-Gi-Oh theme song. And we're going to try to do that using a function. What's up, Waves? How's it going? I'm going to try to do that using a function in a synthesizer. This is so fucking convoluted. I don't know how I'm going to even begin to explain this shit. We're going to use a function in a synthesizer that copies or creates a sound wave based off of a JPEG. So we're going to drag and drop the picture of Dark Magician Girl into a synthesizer and then try to create the Yu-Gi-Oh theme song just manipulating that sound wave. I don't know how well this is going to go. This might crash and burn. We might end up with like a monstrosity, like 8-bit nightmare. Or we might end up with something that sounds exactly like the theme song. Or we might just end up with like a totally new thing. I don't know. But there's only one way to find out, is we've got to try it. This is an idea I've had for a really long time for a stream. I don't know if it's going to be cool or not. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be cool or not. But we're gonna find out. Welcome in. Okay, we're going to try this out. So first things first, I should probably explain what this software is. This software is Logic Pro, I think it's an older version. So yeah, this is an older version of Logic Pro. Basically, the way it works is you can load sound files into here. So what I've done is I've loaded in the sound file for the Yu-Gi-Oh theme song. If I press play right now, you guys should be able to hear it. Now I want to test the outputs, make sure the volume's okay. So if I play this, can you guys give me a volume check when I play this here? Could you guys hear that? Did that come across well? Was that too loud? How was that for everybody here in the stream? I just want to do a quick volume check before we get into things. That's pretty loud. Okay. I'll turn it down. Oh my god, I forgot I have the infinite display on. We're going infinite. We're going into the multiverse. Fuck. I forgot I have the full display capture on. Oh no. Okay, which of the outputs was this? I don't even know. I think it might have been. It's pretty loud. Is it just a stream filter? There might be a delay. A little too loud. Okay, you know, we're just going to control the volume in the software. I'm not going to worry about OBS because I have a full display. Okay, I'm going to try it now. This is at -4 dB. We're going to try it now. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to use the gain plugin. That way we can alter it later if we need to. Okay, -4. There might be a bit of delay on the stream. I'm probably going to be doing some CPU intensive stuff, so it's probably going to delay the stream quite a bit. So let's see. How does this sound, guys? How does this sound? Was that more manageable, or was that still too loud? Should we still go down a little bit more from there? For those of you just joining us, today I'm going to be recreating the Yu-Gi-Oh theme song as best I can, basically. And I'm going to be doing it in part thanks to a JPEG from Dark Magician Girl. Now the way we're going to do that is I have a synthesizer here called Serum, which I can drag and drop a JPEG into it and it'll create a sound wave from it. It's more manageable, but it's still too loud. You know what we're going to do? We're just going to go -7. We're going to go -7 dB on it, and we're just going to say that that's good, because that's yeah, infinite Keegans, still infinitely no gladiator beasts. Infinity times 0 is still 0, right? Actually, I don't know. Can we define infinity? Oh my god, we just got into mathematics. It's a music stream and a mathematics stream. We've transcended. Okay, hold up. Okay, so Serum. This is a synthesizer that I use to create music, basically. I know that may sound really silly, but yeah, so if we take our little JPEG of Dark Magician Girl and we drag and drop it, we can import its constant frame size pitch average. Importing. Okay, so it's going to import this image. Now, I don't know if this is going to crash the software. What's going to happen? It's still importing. Oh my goodness. Did I crash everything? Did everything just give up on me? I'm a little nervous. I don't like seeing this. I don't like seeing importing. This might ruin the stream. Oh, the loading wheel. The anticipation. Okay, hold up. We're gonna see if it's still It's still importing. Huh. I wonder if that's a bug. Hold up. We're gonna try that one again. How do I do this? Okay. Edit. Import. Is this gonna pull up files? How does this work? I don't know how this is gonna work. Oh my god. Fucking bitch. God damn it. Yeah, no, this is not gonna work. Okay, that's just gonna take forever. Well, no, actually that might work. Hold up. No, that might work. That might have worked. Fuck. Okay. Hold. Everyone hold. So if I search for Dark Magician Girl JPEG, open. Why is it not working? No. Oh, this makes me so sad. This was like the whole point of the stream. Fuck. Oh my gosh. Okay, whatever. Might be worth trying a different artwork. You know what? I'm down. Okay, let's try the full card art. See if that works. File error. Okay. At least that one's giving me a file error. Let's try this one again. This one gives me infinite importing. Okay, yeah, no, we gotta try a different artwork. It's the only way. I'm scared to like open Google and search Dark Magician Girl with my full display on. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna switch the display off real quick while I Google for Dark Magician Girl, because I'm like genuinely nervous what's gonna come. Dark Magician Girl alternate art. Okay. Maybe we need to use PNG. Maybe we need to use the PNG. Dark Magician Girl alternate art. Okay. No, let's just use the regular one. Dark Magician Girl PNG. Because I'm using JPEGs, but if we use the PNG, then maybe that's better. Okay, here we go. Save image as Dark Magician Girl PNG. Okay, cool. I know you guys can't see it. Give me 1 second. Hold, everybody. Hold. Okay, and we are back. We're back. Cool. I got a new image, and we're gonna try it. Image. Oh my fucking god, it worked. Would you look at that? It's Dark Magician Girl as a sound wave. That is crazy. How does it look in here? Silly. How does it sound? That's the real question. This is not a great picture of Dark Magician Girl. I feel like it's not very flattering. There's a lot of like maxed out weird noise waveforms. I'm sure there's a way to clean this up. I'm just not sure exactly how it goes. I'm gonna try to find her card artwork, and we're gonna import that. So we just gotta turn off the display one more time. Okay, hold up, guys. Hold, everybody. Hold. Dark Magician Girl. Google search. Card art. Okay, so we've got this. This is the card art. We save image as. Dark Magician Girl PNG. Use PNG. Okay, cool. All right, and now, ladies and gentlemen, we can import that image of Dark Magician Girl, the card art, the PNG here. That should have worked, but it's not working for some reason. Okay, hold up. We'll try this. Try this one. Turn on safe search just in case. I refuse. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Okay, here we go. We're importing the sound waveform of Dark Magician Girl artwork PNG. This one might not work. I don't know why. This one's giving me like infinite importing. Like for some reason this artwork is bugged. But like this one worked just fine. This one that is no longer there. What the fuck just happened? Okay. Hold the fuck up. See, this one works. Is it the file type? No, they're both PNG. So I don't know what it is. I don't know why that file is not working. But maybe it has like metadata or something that's like causing an issue. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, this should sound like something. Like we should hear this. Or I should hear this. Why am I not hearing this? Oh, that's because it's like a weird. Yeah, so if we play it, it sounds kind of like white noise. A little bit, like it's got a pitch to it. It sounds kind of like white noise, but it's a starting point, and that's really all that matters. Is we've got a PNG of Dark Magician Girl as a sound waveform, converted to a sound waveform, and it may sound kind of like shit. But the whole point of the stream is we're gonna manipulate this image of Dark Magician Girl to sound like this, the Yu-Gi-Oh theme song. So we're gonna turn the Dark Magician Girl's waveform into the Yu-Gi-Oh theme song. So in order to do that, we have to first break down the Yu-Gi-Oh theme song. Like what is in the Yu-Gi-Oh theme song? Yes, exactly. Vied Sweets completely understands. We can now manipulate this isolated noise. So what we've got is we've got a lot of aspects on this song. It's a very complex song. It's one of the most complex theme songs. There's no like, it's not like three things. You know what I mean? There's a lot going on here. Like just initially, using Musician King. Okay, we'll use Musician King later. That's a great suggestion. We'll use Musician King later. Okay, so this sound right here, just like already there, we've got like this acid synth. We've got a crash cymbal. We've got a kick drum. We've got the guy saying Yu-Gi-Oh. We've got a whole bunch of stuff. Now the human voice is going to be the hardest one to do. I might just end up AI ripping the voice and then just using the voice from the theme song, but we'll see if we can get the other stuff first. So let's get the crash cymbal. Let's get the crash cymbal. So fuck, where was it? Was this the one? Was this the one we have? That's the Dark Magician Girl? It is. Okay. So this is, I'm going to label this Dark Magician Girl. Okay, cool. So we've got the Dark Magician Girl. Now we need to turn her into a crash cymbal, which means we need to FM it from a noise oscillator. Now I'm not going to get into the details of what this means, because that would be an entire stream on its own. But we're gonna get some noise going, basically, because even though it's already noise, it's kind of like you hear it. It's got like a pitch to it. It sounds like exactly like a buzz cut at the barber shop. We need it to sound more like psh and not more like zzz. You know what I mean? You get the idea. I'm gonna be doing a lot of that like vocal representation of noise in this. Hopefully the stream is fun. I don't know if anyone in the world wants to watch this, but for me, this is exciting. For me, this is something that I would like to stream. So I don't know if this is like, let me know what you guys think so far. Let me know. We managed to get the sound in. Okay. So we got to get the noise. Okay. So we're going to create FM from noise. We got to get this to sound really noisy. So that's a little bit closer. So what FM from noise is doing is it's taking this noise and it's frequency modulating the frequencies of this Dark Magician Girl to make her make her sound like, is that a C? That was an F, but close, you know, only off by 6 semitones or whatever. No big deal. Yeah, so yeah, this is we can make it sound more like noise, which is ideal because in order to create a crash cymbal, we need to have that sort of noise. So the first thing that happens in a crash cymbal is like the sharp attack. Like when you first hit the cymbal, there's like a loud peak, right? So we're going to create that loud peak using an envelope. We're going to draw that envelope. We're going to create that loud peak. This might be the most unhinged stream I've ever done, but I don't know. I think this is really exciting. We're going to take this envelope here and we're going to apply it. We're going to apply it to the level of the sound. So now when I play it, we have that attack. We have that sharp attack from the crash cymbal. Now it might just sound like a little click to you guys, but I don't even know, actually, I don't even know how the side chaining is working. Is my voice, when I play this sound, right? When does my voice like slowly, gradually come back in, or can I immediately speak after the sound is done being played? I don't really know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, because the way I have it is I have studio monitors in here. So in order to not have the studio monitors play into my microphone, I have the microphone ducking when the studio monitors are playing, but I don't know if the microphone's coming back in immediately or if there's a delay between the music stopping and the microphone coming back in. It was a lot to set up. I was up kind of late setting this whole thing up. I don't know if it's I don't even know if it's working right. How's it going on the other end? Okay, so we've got this sound here, which is basically the beginning of a crash cymbal. It's the beginning of a crash cymbal. But we also need the tail of the crash cymbal. So we're going to copy A to B. And now we have the Dark Magician Girl on the second oscillator here. No issues with the side chain? Okay, beautiful, beautiful. So we have the Dark Magician Girl on this side. This first part is going to be the attack. It's going to be the attack of the crash cymbal. And then the second part is going to be the splash of the crash cymbal, which is going to be the tapering off after the initial attack. So we don't want that initial attack here, but we do want some sort of like tapering off of sound. Okay, that sounds not so great. I know, but we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Okay, let's see if we can remove that disconnect between the attack and the splash. We're gonna move the splash a little bit closer. That's not sounding too bad. Right? Okay. Okay, so we've got this sort of thing. I think what we need now is we just need a little bit of a release. That means that the sound will ring out a little bit longer. It does sound like fall damage. Exactly, Leander. We're going to be hearing a lot of video game sounds while we're doing this because naturally speaking, a lot of video game sounds are done in much simpler engines than this one, but this one starts with a simpler engine. So that's basically the layman's terms. I'm not going to get too much into it, but that's generally the idea. Okay, so, and yeah, there's also a lot of frequency modulation in video games. So if I play a note now, that's almost where we want. We need a little bit more of a release. This is one sound. We got a lot to get through. Look, I'll be happy if we can get through 8 bars. Just this section here, I'm going to play this section for you guys. If we can get through this 8 bars in this one stream, I'll be blown away. And if we can get beyond that, I'll be very happy. But these 8 bars are what I want to focus on first. That's it. If we can get through those 8 bars today, I'll be super, super happy. Super happy. So it all starts with the cymbals and the drums. We're going to get those first. We're going to get the drum beat first. And then I think we're going to go into the synthesizers next because those will probably be the easiest. And then we'll close things out with like the effects and the horns and the orchestra. Because synthesizing orchestra stuff, it's a little bit touchy, but I think I can do it. We're gonna try our best. Okay, so for this is the crash cymbal. Let's hear the crash cymbal again in the actual song, and let's look at it on a spectral analyzer. So spectral analyzers are really great for sound design because they allow you to visualize the sound, and then you can sort of use your eyes, and like you can kind of mold other sounds using tools to make it look more like the other sound and therefore sound like the other sound. So if we look at this here, the crash cymbal's up here, a lot of up here, and it's got some metallic tones to it. Right now, our sound is just too flat, it's too noisy, but it doesn't have that psh, it doesn't have that sheen. It's just more like, you know what I mean? So we need that psh. You know what I'm saying, So in order to do that, we're gonna try to filter it to make it sound a little bit more metallic. I think I'm gonna try maybe a flanger filter. Oh God, this is not good. This is not good. Yeah, this is not it. All right, we're gonna try something else. Hold up. Hold, everybody. Hold. All right, wait. What could we do to get that sort of metallic? Is that like a peaking thing? Sounds more like a snare. Yeah, it sounds like a snare tail for sure. Yeah. Okay, I think what's gonna happen is when we pitch it up. Well, let's look at it on the spectrum analyzer, because like I said, we wanna make it look like the other thing, right? So if I play this, yeah, there's a little bit too much up there. Maybe a little too much attack. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe not so much release. Okay. Sorry guys, this is a lot of trial and error. But we're gonna get through it. That's a little bit more like a crash. It's got a little bit more like that splashing sort of feeling to it. The longer tail. Okay, cool. So we've got that, and then in order to get some of those metallic tones, we have to use some sort of effect. We just have to use some sort of effect. Now maybe flangers, micro shifters, ring shifters, micro phasers, modulation delays. Some percentage of these effects will get us a metallic tone. Maybe we use an advanced convolution. And that's about as convoluted as it sounds. So we've got this here, Isotope Trash 2. Shout out Isotope plugins. If you make music, these are pretty much the best things in the world. They're very advanced ways to alter things. We are going to try to get a convolution on this noise to make it sound a little bit more metallic. I'm putting a lot of love and care into this, but trust me, it'll be worth it. When the whole theme song is done, maybe by the end of this month, our whole recreation of it, then perhaps we'll get somewhere. Okay, let's try to look at which of these sounds the most metal? Devices. Ooh, metal barrel. Let's see how that sounds. Well, maybe. I don't know. Light bell. Okay, let's try light bell. Okay, the general idea is a little bit low, but it's got a little bit more of that metallic. Okay, now this is sheet metal. Oh my goodness, this is perfect. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Sheet metal. All right, now let's look at it again on the spectral analyzer. Now we've just introduced a resonance way lower than we want. So I don't really like that. I kind of want a different vibe. Yeah, no, I'm gonna I could actually just be producing a real song right now, but instead I want a meme stream right now. I have this idea, and it's just like, it's so funny. Like imagine being able to say, I recreated the whole Yu-Gi-Oh theme song using a picture of Dark Magician Girl. Like, that's just a funny thing. Like, when people ask you about, like, what's the coolest stream you've ever done? Like, yeah, it's way too deep for a cymbal. Exactly, Ram. It's way too deep for a cymbal. We need that high-end metallic feeling. And I'm not sure how we're gonna get that. Unless. We have a lot of plugins to work with here. And I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. We could just do it all manually and just draw it. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. You guys know what an equalizer is? If you've driven in a car, you've bass boosted your shit before. This is the same thing. This is an equalizer, but it's a little bit more surgical. So if we play a sound, right? You see how it's like kind of flat. There's not a lot of resonancy stuff. I'm going to pull up a crash cymbal, like a lone crash cymbal for reference. So you guys can hear kind of what a crash cymbal is supposed to sound like. And then we can also look at it on a spectral analyzer as well. We're going to go ahead and pull up some samples. We got some whatever, deep house samples. You guys like deep house music? It's a shame because we're not deep housing it today. So I'm going to drag and drop this crash cymbal in because you can just do that in the software, which is really cool, by the way. Shout out Logic. This is like one of my favorite softwares. What's up, Duelist? What's up, Cass? Okay, so this is what a crash cymbal is supposed to sound like and look like. You see how it has these resonances here? You see how it has those resonances and it's like kind of metallic-y? It's not as flat as our noise. Like, it's still noisy in a sense, but this one is now I'm going to duplicate this just so I don't mess it up accidentally. But this one it's quite flat sounding. We need those resonances. So I'm just going to start using the EQ to kind of manually draw them in. And this is kind of cheating, but we're getting there. We're getting somewhere. And I think this crash cymbal is a little higher up. That sounds about right. We have all this low frequency stuff. Crash cymbals, unless you're hearing them like in person, they're usually like post-produced. There's a lot of this low frequency content is usually removed. So it's usually more like this. And then we can shape some of this lower part of the sound too by like removing. That's starting to sound a lot more like a crash cymbal. Now it's still pretty like soulless and dead and not very happy sounding, but hey man, I'm doing what I can. I've got a picture of Dark Magician Girl as a waveform. That sounds a little bit close. Does that sound a little bit closer to you guys? Does that sound a little bit closer? I think it sounds a little bit closer right now. Okay. Next up, we're gonna have to do a little bit more EQing because I still think it's a little bit thuddy, I would say, in the low frequency range. Maybe I'd play a higher pitch. Yeah, it's a little bit thuddy still. It has that weird like 500 hertz. This area here, which we should remove a lot of. Cool. We're gonna move on to the next sound. We're gonna move on to the next sound because I think the crash cymbal ultimately is a detail. So I'm gonna input the note here. Ultimately, it's a detail. We're gonna start working on the next part of the sound. The next part of the sound is gonna be, I think, the kick drum. So it's just like a booming sound, like, you know what I'm saying, like low frequency. I can't really sing it. But you guys know what a kick drum sounds like. Almost every single song ever released has a kick drum. It's one of the most universal instruments of all time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna undo a lot of this stuff. We're gonna undo a lot of this ridiculousness. We're gonna turn this oscillator off entirely. We are going to take off this FM from noise situation, and we're gonna go back to basically what our original sound was, which is just this. I apologize in advance for that. I know it sounds, I mean, not in advance because I already did it, but get fucked. Yeah, so what a kick drum is basically, it's a sharp pitch bend, more or less. The way kick drums look is it starts off with a very high frequency pitch. That is the beater hitting the drum. And then it tapers off into a low frequency pitch because that's the resonance of the big drum, basically. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to create, yeah, Dueling Book is down, Animatic. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Anyway, Yeah, so what we're going to try to do is recreate that pitch bend, which is, if you try to visualize it, we're taking this image of Dark Magician Girl and we're expanding her rapidly. Basically, we're stretching the waveform out rapidly in real time. That's exactly what we're doing, more or less. So we're creating Dark Magician Girl expansion on a rapid scale. Yeah, it was an F. Dallas, that was an F. Okay, we are going to be basically creating a rapid pitch bend. Okay, and the way to do that is by mapping this envelope here. So we can map that envelope, LFO1, to the global master tuning of the synth. So now when I play a note, I'm going to drop the pitch a lot because we want the fundamental pitch of the kick drum to be quite low, but we want the pitch bend to start much higher. So now when we drop the pitch, we get a lower note. Kind of sounds messy, but we'll clean it up, don't worry. And then when we alter this, we get a pitch bend. Now that pitch bend is not very fast. It's not very fast. So we need to speed it up a little bit. We're going to increase the rate of this envelope. And what the rate is basically how quickly this envelope acts over time, more or less. Let's see. It's still a little bit. That's because I've mapped the wrong LFO. I've mapped LFO1 and not LFO. Okay, there we go. I'm already messing up my own shit. Okay, that's a little bit closer. That's a little bit closer to this. Is this how you make sound fonts? I don't know what sound fonts are, but yes, I think so. I'm assuming. I'm assuming if you're gonna make any type of sound, anything, this is how you would go about doing it, in the most convoluted way possible. So if we look at this sound, it's really noisy. Kick drums are usually very sinusoidal. They don't have a lot of this noise. So we're gonna need to edit part of Dark Magician Girl. We're gonna need to give her a little bit of plastic surgery. I'm sorry, Dark Magician Girl, but it just needs to be done. It just needs to be done. I mean, it's not for cosmetic reasons. You're beautiful the way you are, but we need to it's purely for function. It's purely for function here. So we're gonna try a sine stretch 1 multi-algorithm. Okay, I fucked everything up. I'm so sorry, Dark Magician Girl. I'm so sorry. I killed her. It was a botched plastic surgery job. Get owned. So now we have a sine wave. No. We have to go back. This is not okay. This is cheating the system. This is not okay. We're gonna go back. I'm sorry. I'll try to do my best with your natural beauty, Dark Magician Girl. Okay, where's the most sinusoidal part of this? Maybe here? Maybe there? Okay, let's see how this looks. This looks a little bit more like a sine wave. Yeah, we've got some nasty noise particles, but we can filter those. And what a filter is it's more like, it's like makeup. It's not actually changing the initial signal, but we're just giving her a makeover, really. We're just changing her look. We're just changing her appearance, right? Maybe some of those negative things, like those blemishes, we're gonna touch those up a little bit, We're gonna remove some of these unsightly skin situations, okay? We're gonna do some stuff. Okay, hold up. So we've got that sounds a little bit better. We're gonna drop the pitch a little bit. A little too much. So it sounds like a bass. We need to get even more pitch bending going on to make it sound like not a bass. I don't know. We need to make it sound like more like a drum. So we need like even more pitch like warping here. Maybe this works. Okay. That's not the worst thing I've ever heard. Now we got to incorporate the envelope also onto the filter to make sure we're getting the high frequencies from that attack. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, we've got a little bit of the start of a kick drum. It's almost like drum and bass. Kind of, yeah. It's like breaks. It's more like breaks, yeah. But yes, I mean, to get technical, to get fucking Will actually on you, yeah. So we've got this kick drum. It's kind of like a kick drum. Let's hear how this sounds with the crash cymbal. So these are our two elements together. All right. The kick drum, it's ringing out too long. It's too flat. So like if we look at it on a spectrum analyzer, you'll see that it's like ringing out almost like a bass. You see that like ringing out portion of it? In order to stop that, I'm going to use a plugin called Shaperbox 2. And what this plugin does is it just lets me shape the sound a little bit more. And I'm going to use the volume editor just so we can get an idea. So you can see how this kind of like a long extended note there at the end. I kind of just want to like not have it be like that. I want it to be more of an impact and taper off more like a kick drum. Something like this. Perhaps we could get more advanced with it, but I think we need to expand on this pitch bend here because it's still sounding a little bit more like a bass note than I would like. Okay, that's more like a kick drum. It's more like a kick drum. It's still a little short. The attack might be a little bit long. All right, yeah, let's make it a little bit shorter. It's still a little bit long. Cool. Hell yeah. Now we've got our kick drum rendered. We've made this kick drum by modifying a picture of Dark Magician Girl. And as you can see, it's a kick drum. Cool. So that's our little kick drum. That's mommy's little kick drum. How does it look on the spectrum analyzer? It looks okay. It looks okay. We can probably do some more cosmetic stuff to it here in a second. I want to alter it now that it's an Edison, or not an Edison file. Oh my god, an audio file. You can tell I'm like, gosh, I'm in streamer mode because I'm just like spitting out Edison every other word. We're gonna use a compressor to shape it even further. Oh. Yes. Yes, you can still see the beautiful curves in the waveform, which is nice. God, that's cursed. We're going to shape it a little bit more here. We're going to add a little bit of a boost at around... Well, where's this kick drum at, actually, in the song? Let's figure out exactly where it's at. So this kick drum has like a boost at 125, and it has like a... it has a resonance at about 60... a little bit lower than 60 hertz, like 54 hertz. So we're going to try to shape it using an equalizer to make it roughly that. So we're going to boost it around 125, which is roughly here. Oops, I am on the wrong thing. And then I'm also going to give it a little bit of a boost here around the 50 hertz area because that's just where this kick drum is at in the theme song. Beautiful. We are inevitably going to need to make a new transient for this kick drum, which is so technical and unnecessary, but we must do it. So now let's hear it with the crash cymbal. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is awesome. This is so awesome. Import a whole picture of a deck profile and work with that. Unfortunately, I feel like a picture of a deck profile wouldn't work so well because it'd just be the same thing up and down. The reason I like Dark Magician Girl artwork is because it has like this variation, like up towards the top, there's like different noise stuff. So we can actually get some different variations out of it, like this more sinusoidal part that we were able to make the kick drum from. Whereas like a picture of a deck list, it's just going to be like squares up and down the whole thing. And I don't know exactly how well that would translate to like sound files. But that being said, we have our Dark Magician Girl kick drum and we have our Dark Magician Girl crash cymbal. Now the crash cymbal, it has a little bit of a stutter here. I wanna remove that. There we go, that's a little bit better. That is a little bit better. Okay. Next up, what do we got? We've got this synth that goes wah, kind of. This one should be easy. This one should be easy because it's like a very acidy type synth, and a lot of that is going to come from the makeup. You know what I mean? A lot of that's going to come from the filtering. It's not really going to come from the initial signal itself. So we can go ahead and just, I'm just going to init patch because it's quicker and then drag the picture in. I think that's the quickest way to do this. Not that you guys would give a shit about that. Okay, so we've got this. What note is that playing? Well, let's find out. I think it's a D. Yep. Okay, so we're going to be playing a D. What's up, Ante? How's it going? Yeah, the new DB update is crazy, right? Software goes crazy. I can make beats in DB now. DB more like D beats. Hey, let's fucking go. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, hold up. We got a D. Oh, it's not a D. The fuck? Oh, my keyboard is just fucking set to the wrong notes. My bad, guys. Someone was saying the wrong notes. I was playing an F, but my keyboard set to the wrong notes. It's an E. So we've got E. That's the note that this synth is playing here. But there's like a motion to that note. It's like, ooh, it's got that sort of like vocal noise happening. And so in order to create that, we have to use a very high resonant filter. And that's what we're going to do. Basically what the resonance on a filter is this here, this knob that says res. Basically our vocals, we use our tongue, we use our mouth to like shape resonances to create different sounds. And this is just emulating the way our vocal cords work. How did I first get into audio stuff? Jesus Christ. You want to derail the whole stream? It's a long story. So no, yeah, we'll get into it because I think it's an interesting story. When I was really young, when I was like 3, my parents were like, you have to take violin lessons, basically. And so I started like taking music lessons while I was literally like learning how to read. So for me, like music theory, this kind of stuff is like, it's kind of like a first language to me. I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of it just because I started learning it super young. When I started getting into music production stuff, it's when I was gigging when I was pretty young, actually. I started gigging before I was really like out of high school. And then once I got into college, I was just like, damn, being an instrumentalist is whack. And you just, unless you're like a personality, unless you're like a very, very prominent figure, it's like feast or famine. So I was like, okay, what else could I do that's like kind of tight and music related? And then at the same time, like there was a big EDM boom. And I was like, this is tight because all these dudes they're not just like the issue with being an instrumentalist too is like you're always playing someone else's song, which is whack. And like the irony is that, yeah, of course, DJs play their own songs, or not their own songs. They play everybody else's songs too, but they're like doing something new with it, you know? And also like you can create your own song in these softwares and make it very, very unique and personal. And I got really attracted to that idea. So I think it would have been around 2008 or 2007. I started getting into music production because my brother-in-law and I did a recording. I did a recording for a university. And my brother-in-law was like a hip hop producer. He is a hip hop producer. And he was like, you know, I'll record you whatever. And then when we went in, I was like, this is tight. Like, what's going on? What is all this shit? I just got like really into it. And he got me like a really, really early copy of this software forever ago. And I was like, I just started like making sounds in it and like making beats in it and shit. So it's been a really long time, like 16, 17 years. Legit. That I've been into like music production and stuff. Professionally, probably like, I'd say like 10 years, but yeah, you get the idea. Anyway, yeah, where were we? Acid sound. So we've got this filter, and the way filters work is they just like kind of recreate a thing. You had a roommate that played trombone professionally. Yeah, no, the market is terrible. It's so bad. It's like who the fuck needs a trombonist? Also, as like this gets better, as synthetics gets better, we're literally working under extreme restrictions, and I can recreate this faster than like I could get a drummer to come over and record this. You know what I mean? Or faster than I could even like learn this part and record it. We're synthesizing it way quicker, and maybe it doesn't sound perfect, but we're doing it under extreme restrictions. Imagine we lift all these restrictions. You can basically create something from sound waves using the software that sounds more real than a real instrumentalist. And so a lot of the time there's just no need for an instrumentalist, which is sad and also kind of like convenient at the same time. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, it's a double-edged sword. For sure. Anyway, like, I think it's awesome that someone who would not have access to a hired professional orchestra can create a beautiful piece of music. But then at the same time, I feel bad that the instrumentalist is really the one who gets screwed and not the people who could hire that orchestra, because instead they no longer have to spend that money on talented artists. So it's kind of like, yeah. What's up, Austin? How's it going? Anyway, we got to make this acid synth. Yeah, literally, Onte, exactly. Yeah, exactly, Vin. Yeah. Exactly, Vin. Oh, you're good, bro. It's just a typo. Okay, so we gotta make this synth, which is like that first synth that happens here. It just sounds like, ooh. You guys hear it. You know what it is. We gotta make that synth. So we have the note here. That's pretty close already. That's generally the type of sound we want it to make. We just need a little bit of FM. Honestly, we just need a little bit of FM to give it that character, that grit, and then we're gonna distort it. Yeah. Neo de Dallas says, talk about AI. Just wait until AI gets better. You guys want to see something fucking crazy? This is something that's been out for a while. Like, people are talking about like ChatGPT. In the music industry, we've had stuff with AI programs for a very long time. This is a plugin called Soothe. It does 300,000 AI EQ movements per second. I think it might be even per millisecond. 300,000 moves. I think it's either 300,000 per second or 300,000 per millisecond. And it moves it to reduce the harshness of a sound in accordance to the human ear. And you can set the parameters to the human ear in this as well. And it's like an AI plugin that like listens to a sound and makes the moves in real time. And it's fucking awesome. This is one of the coolest plugins ever created. And this has been out for, I don't even know how long this has been out for, like 6-7 years. Like, we've been working with some crazy AI shit recently. Yeah, it's fucking insane. Like, some of the other stuff I have, like, there's another AI plugin that I work with sometimes from Synaptic. Dude, this is not a sponsored stream, but like, I love Synaptic. The guys who work over there are super cool. This is a plugin called Unfilter. And basically what it does is it uses AI to recreate parts of sounds that are missing. Think like AI upscaling in like images, AI like, AI upscaling in images. It's basically that, but for sound. So like, it can listen to a sound that's like recorded on a phone or recorded on a shitty mic and make it sound like it was recorded in full on like a very high quality mic. What I've done in the past when I've collaborated with artists is I've just been like, yeah, whenever it hits you, record it. I don't give a shit if it's on your iPhone mic or whatever. And I'll just run it through some of this and a few other post-processing AI things. And it makes it sound like they recorded at like fucking Abbey Road. Like, it's legit like the most fucking insane shit that we're working with now. Like, AI has been insane in music for like the last 6 years. It's honestly kind of made me disenfranchised with the whole thing because I don't know. The tools are cool for sure, but it's a little bit scary for me personally. Anyway, back to the sound. We've got this. That's more or less the sound that's happening here, I think. We just need to drop it, I think. No, that's not right. Yes, I've used Gullfoss as well. Yeah. The issue with Gullfoss is real-time mastering can cause some weird things. So I've used Gullfoss in the mixing process and on individual sounds to make them sound a little bit more snazzy, but I would never put it on the master bus of a project because you get some interesting things from Gullfoss. But yes, I have used it, and I know there was some hype behind it at first when it first came out. But anyway, I digress. Let's get into this again. Let's talk about more of what's going on with this. So we got FM from B we're trying to get a little bit more grit, a little bit more harmonics, and frequency modulation is going to give us some like different harmonics. Yeah, basically. That's pretty close. That's pretty close. We need to get the initial grit of this sound. It's like, ooh. But for some reason, it's like stopping. I need it to not be that short. Okay, hold everybody. Hold. That's not the end pitch. This one's tricky. This one's tricky. We might just end up going with something like that and then just like distorting it and seeing where it goes. Let's see how this sounds distorted with like a really heavy clip distortion. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different from what we're working with. Oops. Oh, my mouse died. This is awkward. This is awkward. Come back to me, mouse. Come back. No. No, come back. Come back. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. Okay, hold on. It's like weird how this sound is. I think it's a delay. I think it's like a delay that's softening it. Like something like this. Less on the nose. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, what next? We need to make a clap. We need to make a clap. What's up, goat format? How's it going? So let's sequence the kick drum in the rhythm that it's playing. You can even see similarities in the kick drum here to this kick drum. Ours has a little bit more body, but this is pre-effects, so we'll see how much that affects things. So we've got... And that's the end of that phrase there. So if we've got this guy. Actually, there's not even a kick drum on the last one. So we've got the sequencing. We just need to get the clap. We've got the kick drum, we've got the clap. We'll come back to the synth. I feel like that one's gonna take some effort on my part. Well, let's get the clap. I kind of got derailed there for a second. My focus is a little bit shifted, but I'm back now. I'm back now, I swear. I swear I'm back now. Let's get this clap going. Now, claps are interesting because it's like... Where was I going with this? Claps have like 3-part attacks. It's kind of weird how they work. They're also very noisy. Similar to how we started off with the cymbal, we're probably going to start off somewhere similar like that. And we're going to grab like a noisy part of this waveform. You can see this has a lot of noise in it. So this is like the noisiest part of Dark Magician Girl. This is when she's out with the girls and they've had like 16 mimosas and they're losing it at the brunch. That's the noisiest part of Dark Magician Girl. Okay, we gotta get the clap going. I know, right? The original song is fucking fire, low key. So clap envelopes, I know this just from experience. They look something like this. They got 3 little parts at the beginning, and then they got like one big like taper off at the end. So they got this, and then they got like this. It's something like this. Depending on how you want to approach this, it depends on the sound of the clap. So these need to be sharp, and then, yeah. B sharp, no pun intended. That's not even, is that even a, B sharp is just C, right? Okay, hold up. You guys can kind of see how that is the beginning of a sound, but we just need to get it noisier. And we're going to do the same thing we did before, which is just FM from noise, which is sort of like cheating the system a little bit, but you know, whatever. We're going to try it. Getting somewhere, not quite where we want to be. Okay, yeah, now that's good. That with like a little EQing could go a long way. Let's see. Yeah, for sure. So we'll go ahead and draw that clap in on the beat that it's on. It might need more of a tail too. It might need more of a tail. So we'll see how it sounds. Oh, that's the wrong beat. My bad, guys. How does the beat go? Is the clap on the thing or is it on the other thing? Okay, that's it. We got there and there. Okay, cool. That's the start on the clap. Now it's not quite right. It's a little bit too deep. It's a little bit too deep, but we can maybe shape it a little bit, make it sound a little bit more like an actual clap. Yeah, we need this 1000 hertz area because that's like really where the clap's gonna come across. Yeah, you can already hear it starting to sound more and more like a clap here. And that's really all it takes. We're going to remove even more of the low frequency stuff. Beautiful. Probably duck some of this around the 500 hertz area. Keep it a little bit less thuddy, a little bit more bright. Beautiful. I don't even think... Let's hear how it sounds in this. It's a little bit higher. It's like more... So let's see if we can get some of that in there. This one's more like up here, maybe. Yeah, let me just shift all of these EQs up a little bit. And then we're also going to boost a little bit in a different area using a different EQ so we can get a more objective perspective on how it looks now. Beautiful. That one was much easier than the other sounds. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's next. What else have we got here? There's a lot going on. We might have to get in and like really isolate some of the stuff that's going on in order to fully understand exactly what's happening. So we've got little percussion bits here, noticeably, I believe around here. You can kind of hear it deep in the background. It sounds like not quite a hand drum, not quite a synthetic, but somewhere in the middle. I think that's an important part. Like these little, just this little thing in between the kick drum here and the clap. Like you can hear it specifically right here. You guys hear that, right? It's not just me. And so we need to create a percussive sound like that using Dark Magician Girl's image. And then we also need, I think we need hi-hats, don't we? Is there hi-hats happening here? Okay, cool. Yeah, there are hi-hats. That's going to be simple. We're just going to take the crash cymbal. We're going to alter the crash cymbal a little bit, shift the EQ around, change the duration of it. Basically, so this crash cymbal sounds like this. Instead of that, we're just going to make it like much shorter, like this. Actually, that's still too long. So we need to go even shorter than that. And we need a sharper attack. Something like this. Like, that's pretty good. Yeah, let's just maybe too much. Maybe we need a little bit more body. There we go. That's better. Now, how does this sound? Okay, they're just like eighth notes. Yes, yes, very nice, very nice, very nice. How's this sounding to you guys? Is it starting to make sense? Are we still actually, are we actually getting somewhere with this? This is kind of crazy. I'm like, I'm kind of shocked that it's actually sounding this good, because I had no idea how good it would come across. I had no idea. But we actually have like legit like the beat here, which is pretty insane. Okay, so we've got this sort of crash, and then we got the hi-hats. But the hi-hats come in and out with the kick drum. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna route the kick drum to a bus, and we're actually gonna duck the hi-hats using something called a sidechain compressor. This is really complicated stuff. I understand most of you guys don't give a fuck about this shit, but you know what? We're gonna make it so that there's dynamics, basically. So that's awesome, Curtis. I'm glad that my explanations have made any amount of sense. So yeah, no, we've got the. It's kind of cool. We're kind of like painting a song, if that even makes sense, because we're using the Dark Magician Girl image. We're painting it by like looking at the way it looks, and just kind of like looking at just these spectrum analyzers and just kind of like drawing it, more or less. We're not even really writing it or covering it or playing it. We're painting it, which is like it's like a convoluted paint by numbers coloring book situation here, but it's coming across all right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna duck the fucking shit. Where was I going with all this? Oh, we're gonna duck the hi-hats to the kick drum, so that when the kick drum happens, the hi-hats, they go a little quieter, and that way it'll make the kick drum seem louder. When the kick drum happens, it sounds like the kick drum's really pushing up against the speakers. So yeah, we'll try this. We'll see how this works. Okay, this is not going as expected because the kick drum does not have high frequency stuff to signal this, so we're gonna turn this off. Okay, so just with the kick drum and just with the hi-hats, here's how it sounds. Yeah. You guys can kind of see this compressor is acting on the hi-hat when the kick drum is happening, because I've sent the signal of the kick drum to activate this compressor. This compressor is completely off except when the kick drum is happening, and that's what's creating the duck signaling with the hi-hats. We can make it more extreme too if we want to. I'm not exactly sure how extreme we want to make it, but that should be good enough for now. I think we also want to change these frequencies here. I don't know how we can grab all of these. I think we just want to move them around just so the hi-hat is a little bit higher than the crash cymbal, because like I just like the idea of the cymbals being different pieces of metal. And hi-hats are usually smaller than a crash cymbal. A crash cymbal is usually bigger than a hi-hat, which means the pitch should be higher in theory. So yeah, I don't know. That's just like something I'm thinking for some reason. No particular reason. It's still a little bit too metallic though. One thing about hi-hats is they have a little bit more of a little splash to them because they are there's two of them, right? There's a top hi-hat and a bottom hi-hat. So we need to get a little bit of that splash, and I think the way we're going to do that is actually by using a chorus effect, also from the same effects group from this synth. We're going to be using chorus effect, which basically creates it doubles the voice, and then it spaces them out just slightly. So it sounds like there's more of them. And while it doesn't necessarily make the sound louder, it will make it sound a little bit wider. And it will sound like there's more things happening, which could be louder or quieter. Yes, and then since we've made it so much wider, we actually need to bring it back to the center to make it sound, again, like one item. And again, this is pretty shit sounding. Like, this sounds pretty bad. I wonder if there's a way we can give it a little bit more character to make it not just sound like literally 8-bit noises. I take a lot of pride in designing drums. I think that if you have good designed drums, it's going to sound good. So we got LFO3. We'll give it a little bit of a pitch bend, similar to the kick drum, see if that makes any difference. It sounds good. It sounds good. You guys think we should move on? You guys think we should move on from that? I think we should move on. I think we've gotten like maybe just a touch of reverb. Okay, yeah, no, sure, we can try that. I'm not exactly sure if that'll be great for it or bad for it, but yeah, it is a little bit dry. So let's try a touch of reverb. Let's hold off on reverb. Let's just hold off on reverb entirely. We'll get reverb when the whole song is done. I'll go in and I'll apply reverb to everything. When am I gonna do the bass? Okay, where's the bass? When does that happen? Or are you talking about this section over here where it's like, I think it's this section. Your move! Are you talking about that section? Is that the section you're talking about? I'm really excited to do that section. I might like, we might take a break from this section and just go do that section because it sounds more fun. No, but I want to get through these 8 bars and then we'll do like a couple of the other instruments and then maybe we'll just like jump around. I don't want to get too stuck on one thing because again, I just want to keep this moving. I want it to be kind of fun to watch back. I don't want it to get stuck on the hi-hats. Like I'm getting stun locked right now, basically is what I'm saying. So let's finish up this general little area. I'm gonna try to get this synth right. This synth is that part is so cool to me. This part right here. Okay, so we have the first part of the synth, which is like this acidy sound. Let's go ahead and return back to our Dark Magician Girl picture that we were trying to create the sound with. It's a little bit low. Making a bass guitar sound from that image will be challenging. I think it'll be easy. That's why I want to do it. I think it'll be kind of easy. Because I have a few ideas that might make it a little bit easier. So this is just about that sound, but we need it to maybe go a little higher in pitch. So we've got. I like where it's starting at, which is like here. We need it to move like way higher though. Man, this is really, really fucking testing me. Hold up. And then there's also like a crazy like whoosh sound in the background too, which we gotta make. I think we kind of got it here. I think we kind of got it. I think the echo might be a bit much. I think we're just gonna turn that off for now. Yeah, I think we've got it. I think the clap might be a little loud. We can turn that guy down. Yugioh, yeah, woo. Okay, fuck yeah, dude. Okay, we're getting somewhere. This is crazy. We've done all of this with just a picture of a Dark Magician Girl and like some effects. Okay, so we've got that, and then we need that other sound that's happening in the background, which is like fucking. I don't even know how it sounds, but I gotta listen to it again. It's like kind of like a high pitch, like almost a Reese sound. How does this sound? It's like whoosh, whoosh, kind of like that. And that's going to be very similar to what we've done here in terms of like the filtering. But instead of like that, it's going to be much more noisy and much more like detuned. So we're actually going to, of course, we got to take our picture of Dark Magician Girl, load her back in. We've got to find the noisier part in the wave, probably around here. Okay. And then what we're going to do is, again, that same thing with the chorus, is we're going to just like detune it like crazy. Like, yeah, maybe not this crazy, but like, that gives it that kind of noisy feeling. And then we're going to FM it from the noise oscillator. Again, how we did in the other sounds. We'll grab the bright white noise. I know what you're thinking. I know. Don't worry. We'll get somewhere with it. We've gotten somewhere with all of our other sounds, okay? So we're gonna get somewhere with these, okay? It's just gonna take a second. I think this sound up here is more of like a bandpass type feeling. Maybe not an extreme bandpass, but something like this. So it's more like a whoosh. That's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate, I think. Okay. Fucking, what is this? It's like whoosh, whoosh. Okay, I'm like trying to fucking like hear it in my head and then like make it happen while I'm still hearing it in my head. The edit for this is going to be insane. I know, like if I could get someone to edit this down for a low fee. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. I love paying editors. I love paying people for their work. Kappa. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, if I could get someone to edit this, it'd be really fun. It'd be really fun to like get it all together. Like, I feel like this is like close. It's like really close. It needs a bullet. Yeah, that's really close. So I think how long does that happen for, that sound? It's like 1, 2, and it happens every dotted quarter note. So it's like, like this. Yeah, that's the general idea, but we need to make it not go up and down and instead just go up. So like, yeah, that's it for sure. I think it's a little bit too wide. We're gonna just make it mono, just cause like I'm gonna produce this whole thing in mono. I think it's fine. And yeah, let's hear what we got so far. I think the acid synth, this sort of synthy thing, needs to come up in volume a little bit. And then I noticed also it's like quite stereo in the actual recording here. It's like pan to the left. So we need to get it like kind of stereo-y somehow. We have to get it like sort of panned over that direction without hard panning. Maybe just like a splitter of some kind, or like a dimension expander of some kind. Jesus Christ, I'm getting way too surgical with this shit. Okay, let's see how this sounds. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, fucking shit. All right, I think the hi-hats might be a little bit loud. And then also we've got this crash cymbal. This crash cymbal sounds like shit. I mean, it's the first part we made, right? It's the first part we made, but it sounds really bad. Like, it doesn't sound like a crash cymbal at all. Like, without the crash cymbal, it's starting to sound really nice. Yeah, this is starting to sound really nice, but that crash cymbal just don't sound right. We're gonna have to come back to that at another point. I want to get some of these percussion sounds in here. And then I also want to get that little fill at the end with the snare roll. So we've got percussion sounds next. So this one here, this is the acid. This is the top noise. This is the crash cymbal. This is the hi-hat. This is the clap. This is the kick drum. Everything so far, pretty good. Pretty good. The crash cymbal is probably our weakest one. Everything else, though, I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, let's go ahead and let's make the next element. And the next element, of course, got to start with the Dark Magician Girl, right? We got to start with the Dark Magician Girl. Initial preset, drag and drop in the Dark Magician Girl. Now we've got the image, the waveform of Dark Magician Girl here. And we've got to make some percussion sounds, which are basically just like the same thing as kick drums, but like higher pitched, more or less. So we'll just create some sharp little pokey little transient sounds like this and see how it sounds. And we don't really need to do too much with these. How we looking so far? Well, we've got, okay, let me give a brief recap. We've got the acid noise, we got the top noise, we got the crash cymbal, we got the hi-hat, we got the clap, and we got the kick drum, all generated from an image of Dark Magician Girl and some basic synthesis techniques. If you want to hear it so far, this is what it sounds like. Ignore the crash cymbal, it's kind of the worst part. That's all we've got so far. But it's a pretty good start. It's a pretty good start. We're just about to work on some of the percussion sounds that are happening here. We've got a couple of them. I want to create like a weird body for this percussion sound for some reason. Okay, yeah, something like that. This is you can kind of hear it. It's kind of like a really little sound, and it happens on this pitch. Oh, I don't have it soloed. Hold up. Well, this is infinitely quieter than it needs to be. Hold the fuck up. Hold, everybody. Hold. Yep. It happens on this pitch. And it kind of happens in this general area of the song. So here it'd be. That's the general idea of where that percussion sound happens. But we have to make it sound like a percussion sound, which is just going to be a lot of ADSR and like filtering for the most part. Potentially some FM to get like some desirable harmonics. And then we can also use like some effects, some cool effects that we haven't used so far. Maybe we start using reverb and some convolution stuff, because I feel like this is where we can start getting creative with the reverb. Maybe not. Maybe this is not where we get creative with the reverb. I don't know. I don't know. You know? I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm losing it, people. Someone in the chat, tell me what's up. How's the viewership going? I kind of want to see. Is anyone watching this? Oh, 20 people are watching this? Yo, shout out to you guys. If you're watching the stream, make sure and leave a like. This is a lot of work for no real benefit or gain or anything whatsoever. I just wanted to do this, and it sounded fun. And Dueling Book was down, and I was like, well, I got to do something. So we're going to try this. And I'm not sure if it's good or if it's cool or if it's exciting, or I don't even know really. It's just, I would be excited by something like this, and I think today is more of a create content for myself day. The Thestalos broke Dueling Book again. Dude, it did, yeah, it did. It straight up did. You're playtesting while listening randomly to the stream. That's good. I'm gonna try not to make it as annoying as possible, and I'm trying to keep it as expedited as possible. Like, I'm trying to keep keep the process moving. There's a lot of stuff that, like, if I was working on this personally, I would spend a lot more time on it, like details wise, of course. But for the sake of the stream, like, we cannot linger on the hi-hats for 18 million years. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not gonna. Does that sound kind of like the percussion that's happening in this? Yeah, that does sound kind of like it. It's just way quieter, so I'm gonna turn it down. All right, we've got theme song. We've got, how often does that percussion happen? Now we just need to figure out where it happens. It happens twice. It happens there and it happens there. And then it's got these little taps. It's just got like little taps here and there. We're gonna go in and we're gonna create some of those taps as well. They're just like really little subtle percussive taps. And then there's also this fill right here, which sounds like almost like a guitar here. Do you spend 5 hours on one bar? Dude, we've already almost spent, like, how long have we been live for? Oh, get ready for the infinite. We've already spent an hour. Well, actually, we're making quick work of it. Low key, an hour and 20 minutes on all of these parts is not bad. I thought we would be stuck on these 8 bars for like an entire day, but we might get through them in like 2 hours. Legit. So we've got this little fill here at the end of the second bar, which sounds like, it sounds almost like, what does that sound like to you guys? This right here. It sounds like something's being scraped. Legit. It sounds like something's being scraped. And then we've got these little taps throughout that are just like little 16th notes. And those are just like tiny, tiny little noises, but they matter, all right? And we can't ignore them. We can't ignore the detail work, or else it's just gonna sound lifeless and bland. I want it to sound very close to the actual theme song. Even, maybe not close in a sense of like exactness, but like at least in feeling. I want it to feel like the original theme song. You get what I'm saying? Like, maybe it's not going to sound exactly the same, but I want it to feel the same at the very least, which means we need to have the parts that add the little flow, which is the detail work. Okay, we've got our Dark Magician Girl thing. Let's just restart, because this is just for the taps. What's up, DeFi Cupcake? How's it going? Today we're creating the Yu-Gi-Oh theme song using just a PNG of Dark Magician Girl and a bunch of production techniques. And I don't know if this is a cool stream or a whack stream, but I really enjoyed it, and, well, I would really enjoy it. I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a blast. This is the most fun I've had, like, streaming in a really long time. So, it's pretty hype. Okay, we need to make those little taps. And those little taps are just like, they're just really little things. Like, they're innocuous, almost. They're really innocuous. We're going to go for the FM from noise. Yeah, well, maybe that's too much. Maybe we need FM from B this time. Maybe we try to do something. Yes, your dad's very talented, DeFi Cupcake. I remember you mentioning some of his songs in the Discord, and that was really cool. For me, music production, it's a lot about experimentation. It's a lot about what we're doing here today, just like getting a little creative. So we've got FM from B. So it's going to be Dark Magician Girl feedbacking into Dark Magician Girl. So this would be like if Dark Magician Girl was a cannibal and cloned herself and then ate herself. That's literally what's happening right now. Don't think about it too much. Oh, that's the wrong FM. Okay, we need FM from B. Kind of sounds like Cannibal Dark Magician Girl, doesn't it? Yeah, exactly. You can feel me talking about my hands. What does raw Dark Magician Girl sound like? Hold up. I'll give you a point of reference real quick. This is what Dark Magician Girl, in terms of like if we were to look Dark Magician Girl up and down, this is what it would sound like. Let's slow that down for you. Let's do it in slow motion. So we're gonna look Dark Magician Girl up and down in slow motion, but as a sound wave. That's what it sounds like. Now, if we pitch it down, this is like if Dark Magician Girl was also very masculine. And honestly, that sounded kind of cool. That sounded like something out of like Blade Runner or something. That sounds kind of fire, low key. Okay, hold up. But we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that another day maybe. We got to get the taps in here. I've been tangenting a little bit too much. So we were just creating like a deeper sound with like a lot of like chugging, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna like literally strip it down to like just one of those chugs at a time. So we'll write in our note, and then we'll render it to an audio file, and then we'll cut and paste it more or less. Pokemon Red, Dark Magician Girl. Yes, a lot of this is going to be like similar things to like early game design. Now, always got to save your project. I just remembered to save it for the first time. Imagine if it crashed and we lost all of our progress. I would cry. I would genuinely cry. Okay, hold. Now we have these little chugs. These can be our like filler percussion sound. But, so I'm going to put chugs. Those are mostly like just... So these are just like filling out our breakbeat, more or less. So we need them like here, here. Yeah, it's like 16th notes. It's a little bit noisy. Let's reduce that noise. Let's make it a little bit more percussive. Okay, so we've got this. By adding on a shaper box, but only affecting the high frequencies of the sound, we can still get that low frequency sort of like presence, but we can shape the high frequency parts of the sound separately, so we can get more of a, more of a percussive noise, really, with a transient and then a tail. Beautiful. Sounds pretty good to me. Okay, we're gonna render that out. We're gonna delete this guy because we no longer need him. And we are going to do what we can with this little file here. What DAW am I working in? I'm working in Logic X. I'm working in an older version of Logic X. And the reason I'm doing that is because a lot of my plugins, namely Camel Fat, there's a few other ones. If I update my OS, like these plugins just won't work because they're so old. This is not Ableton. I do use Ableton for work a lot, but we're using Logic. And the reason I wanted to use Logic for this project, even though this is also kind of a tangent, is Logic has a really amazing plugin called the multimeter. And what the multimeter allows us to do is it allows us to visualize sound very, very effectively, basically. So like if I play the song, I can pretty much see exactly where something is happening, how loud it's happening, what's happening in that sound range. And we can get a mix that's almost identical to the theme song mix as well at the end of all of this. So right now we're just working on the orchestration, and then we're gonna try to get the mix actually pretty close to it as well. So we've got, okay, hold up. Oh shit, I forgot I put Camel Fat on this. My bad. Okay. These are a little bit loud and a little bit low pitch, or not low pitch. They're a little bit loud and they're a little bit low pitch. Yeah, that's the right term. So I'm gonna turn up the pitch on them a little bit. What is this? This guy here. Yeah, we need these to be even more sharp, actually, because I really just need them to be like little pokes that serve a function. Yeah. get it. A lot of clicking, a lot of dragging, a lot of dropping. People are like 10,000 computer clicks later, you could have a Grammy. There we go. That's accurate. Cool. Beautiful. Nice, 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 nice. You only know how to work with OpenMPT. What is OpenMPT? Is that a DAW? I don't know what that is. DAW, for anyone asking, is not, wow, that's cute. It is Digital Audio Workstation, shorthand for Digital Audio Workstation, which is the software we're using. And then here it goes that shit, which we can make next, I think. Is that all we got here? Oh no, we have that little chug. So that chug's gonna be important because it's gonna be similar to how we make the bass guitar later on during the main bass riff that happens in this during this section of the song. That guitar chug is gonna be very similar. Now the bass is gonna be more of like a flatter tone than this guitar chug, but I want what's up, Jason? How's it going? Decent for chiptune. That's fire. Yeah, this is more like, I'd say this is more advanced software. You can do just about anything you want in these softwares. I think Logic is great for this type of project because it has the multimeter, which allows us to dissect songs really easily and get an idea of what's happening. I think if you're going for like full creativity, I would recommend Ableton. Cubase and Reaper are also very good. DFI Cupcake. Cubase is more or less like similar to Logic, but like the PC version. And Reaper's cool because there's a lot of customizability. But I've also found that customizability is a little bit of a rabbit hole, and you can kind of just like customize infinitely and never actually create anything, which is also similar to some people who work on deck lists. They just work on the deck list forever, and they realize you can add infinite different things, but they never just finish the deck to play at the tournament. Okay, here we need we need those. You have a college degree in record production and audio engineering, and you don't use it. So do I. But I do use my degree. I mean, I don't use my degree, but I used what I learned for my degree. But my degree has been less than useless. I'll say that much. Okay, what were we doing? Oh, the guitar thing. Yeah, that's right. The guitar thing. How to make a guitar. Now, guitars are interesting. They're like complex sounds, right? Because they've got a tone, but they've also got that noisy start. Probably a little bit similar to like the clap, I would say. What is this guy here? Oh, that was the source signal for what we used to make the chugs. Okay. Yeah, now we got to make we need the Dark Magician Girl PNG again. Got to come back to it every time we start a new sound. Every time we start a new sound. Here's this guy here. All right. Cool, cool, cool. How does it sound so far? The crash cymbal is far too loud. We got to turn that guy down. Cool. I feel like the acid synth is like wrong too, but we'll address that at a later moment. We need to make this fill at the end of bar 34, which sounds like this. It's playing at a minor seventh of whatever the key is, which I think is E. No, sorry, a fourth. Yeah, cool, cool, cool. So it kind of sounds like this. Those are the notes, but we need to get the sound right. We need to get the sound right. And the sound is going to be like, it sounds very flangey almost, which is nice because I like working with the flanger filters. I don't know if this is closer, right, or whatever. It's close, it's close. We're listening to it on loop because I need to get the sound right. And I need to hear it, you know? I need to hear it in order to get it right. Son of a bitch, this is going to be a hard one. This is going to be a hard one, okay? We're not going to start with the flanger filter. We're going to start with the low pass 24. We're going to start with this. Okay, that's that, and then we're going to try multi-band compression to bring the high frequencies back, and then we're going to try the flanger afterward, and we might even try like an extreme filter like the combs or something. That's starting to sound a little bit more like it. It's a little bit metallic. It's a little bit not as like brushed. A little bit brushed. Yeah, we'll go back to the clap. We'll go back to all of this stuff, but I'm just kind of like expediting the process, you know what I mean? Okay, hold. We need to spread this in a little bit. This is a tough one. I think that's about as close as we're going to get it. So let's listen to the clap in here. We've had a suggestion to increase the tail of the clap. This one sounds like this. Ours has more tail than the one in the song, but it is not as high pitched as the one in the song. So in order to change that, I'm just going to pitch it up. That's about it. We're still a little bit short. I need to fix this part of it, the fill section, because that don't sound right. But I'm gonna put some post effects on it, which I think are gonna work. But I think the clap needs to be up one more semitone. All right, yeah, and then it also needs to be compressed, which is why it has a little bit more of a fuller body. And then we can also alter the attack of the clap to make it sound a little bit more like the one in the thing. You get the idea. I think it's a little bit shorter. Yeah, I think it's about this length. That sounds about right. All right, cool. So now with this fill thing, what we need to do here is we actually need to just run it through a guitar amp, like straight up. We need to filter it a little bit, and then we just need to run it through a guitar amp. To make it sound like a guitar, more or less. And this is going to be a lot of the heavy lifting on this sound. Maybe try to find a clean tone or something. I don't want the reverb. It sounds very scrapey. It sounds very scrapey and not so plucky. So we need to change this to be more of like a scraping and less of like a pluck. Yeah, that seems more accurate. It's like scraping it more. But what we need is we need the right amp tone. Maybe we try a more distorted amp. Way too much distortion. Let's try modern classic. I don't know, I'm just clicking through presets. We're gonna find something cool eventually. That's insane. I think we need to go back to the clean settings. The distorted ones sound a little bit crazy. Small British clean. Interesting choice of words. Sunshine combo. No, it's not quite hitting. Heavy clean. Oh, that's it. That's the one. We just gotta turn off the reverb. Yeah, it's the right tone. It just needs to be shaped now, which is sick. Fuck yeah, man. This was a pain in the ass for one beat. Holy shit. Oh yeah, we gotta fucking on solo it. What is this? It still sounds a little high. I'm gonna change the formant. So the formant is like the tonality of the voice. It's still gonna be the same pitch. Beautiful. That's all we needed. Okay, cool. So we got this so far. And then we have that part where it's like, doo, that part. Man, where are we? What else are we missing? That's it, pretty much. We just got to get that synth at the end, and then we got to get the drum roll, and then we got to get the guy saying Yu-Gi-Oh! And then we've made the first 4 bars. Holy fuck. This is crazy. This is crazy. Now, it doesn't sound exactly perfect, right? Obviously, we've spent like an hour on it. But the vibe is kind of right, you know? The vibe's kind of there. Let's see if we can EQ this acid synth to sound a little bit better. What is the first hit on this? First drum hit. I think it's just another crash cymbal. Cool. And then we'll do the phaser synth. The phaser synth is next. Okay, so we got acid synth, and we just need phaser synth, which is gonna be, again, picture of Dark Magician Girl. Shit, I'm noticing a trend. Okay, let's see how this sounds. Holy fuck, this sounds so awful. What are the notes? I don't even fucking remember them. Jesus Christ. That don't sound right. That ain't it. Maybe we'll just pitch bend it. Awesome. That's it for sure. We nailed it. Nailed it. First try. God damn it. Okay. We need the pitch bend to be an octave. And then we'll do like a little bit of well, we got to have a phaser because it's like a phaser sound. But we'll have to control where the phaser goes, and then we'll need to use the filter to create sort of like a cool little just motion, more or less, so we don't have like a totally flat sound. That's the general idea, but we also need it to pitch bend. So pitch bend down a little bit. Oh, this sounds cursed as fuck. Holy shit. This is so cursed. Oh my fucking god, this is so cursed. Shit. Okay, hold on. It just sounds like... Okay. I need to maintain composure. This is not correct. This is definitely wrong. I thought for some reason it would make more sense to have it pitch bend. But it just... That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the vibe. Jesus Christ, that was so bad. Yeah. I'm sure there's a better way of making this sound cool, but we're just gonna fucking start throwing phasers and shit on it and just hoping it works. I don't really know. We're gonna try like multiple different types of phasers. This is a phaser filter. I might have just broke my computer loading this filter. The issue is that these sound waves are so like fucked because our PNG is so fucked. I need to make the sound wave like not so fucked. So we're gonna use a bend method. We have to look at this specific, no, not like this. Like this. We have to look at this. We're gonna use the bend plus. No, that's wrong. We need to go bend minus. We need to make it more stretchy like this. Okay, how does it sound in here? It's definitely like a FM thing. It's definitely an FM thing that's making it sound that way. So maybe bend is not it. We need FM. Definitely. And we need the Dark Magician Girl again. Once again, we're back. Back again, are we? Okay, what the fuck is going on? That's pretty close. That's pretty close. I think it's pretty close. The phasers are like wacky as fuck. I think it might not be a phaser. I think it might just be like a peaking filter. And then we just remove the phaser. So let's try a peaking filter with like, yeah, I don't even know. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it out. Peaking, and then yeah, remove all the LFOs. Jesus Christ, I'm losing my goddamn mind on this sound. It's like not right. It's just not right. Why? Is it a vocoder? What the fuck is that? Why does it sound like that? I'm gonna start just like putting random shit on it, hoping it works. This is the sound design process in its truest form. We're just shooting in the dark completely and hoping we land on the right filter. Because like nailing that exact sound is, I'm sure I could do it in a more scientific method, but this is more exciting. We've got the formant filters in the serum effects. Okay, that's kind of close. Low key, that's kind of close. Wait. Hold. Sounds like at least two different effects at the same time. Yeah, it's like something is going on. Something is for sure going on. Why does it sound so fucking weird? Seems to be less distorted. Yeah, the issue is our source signal has to be Dark fucking Magician Girl. So it's like, what can we do? Like, I can use other waveforms, but then we deviate from the plan. I want to use just Dark Magician Girl as our source signal. So I would have to like go in and like alter the wave. I could do it. Hold up. We can make this happen. Together we can make this happen. This is the thing of nightmares. This is like my sleep paralysis demon, is hearing this sound. We've gone off the rails. We've got a solid foundation for something. And then it's just like it's just fucking nightmares. It's just fucking the 13th grave. It sounds like the Yu-Gi-Oh soundtrack if it was sung by like Skull Servant. Like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, hold up. I still think this percussion sound is too loud. It needs to be like quieter. Dear God. The idea is there. The foundation is there. But it's not the right vibe, right? Like, this vibe is like so different. It's like, what? And then this one's like, ugh. I think it just might be the wrong formant filter. Let's see if we can try a different formant filter. Somebody shoot me. Somebody shoot me. I knew we were eventually going to get stuck somewhere. I didn't think we would get stuck on the synths. I thought we would get stuck on the drums because the synths they shouldn't be that complicated. They shouldn't be that complicated. Yeah, it's like a waddle movement sound, but it also has like a sharp transient and like I can make this sound if I didn't have to use the fucking Dark Magician Girl shit. Like, it would be very easy, but having to use the Dark Magician Girl shit complicates things. Huh. I don't fully understand this synth. I don't fully understand it. This is gonna be a deep moment of meditation. A deep moment of meditation on this synth. We're about 2 hours in. I spent the last like 30 minutes trying to figure out this synth. I'm sorry. That one's tough. That one's tough. Let's move on to the strings and stuff. We'll come back to that guy. I'm going to think about it a little bit as we move forward. But I feel like getting stun locked is not where we should be for this stream right now. So what is next? Okay, so we've got horns, we've got choir, and we've got strings. I can do those. And the first horn that happens is like doo-doo. That one. And there's a big fucking crash cymbal, obviously. And we've got clap. And we've got kick drum. And yeah. Okay. So, in order to make horns, we need advanced detuning technology. So, first things first, we label the title. We label it. We're going to label it horns. We're going to save the project because if it crashes, I will cry. I will lose everything, including my mind. Now, we need to detune the sound at the start of it and then not detune it at the end of it. And it also needs to be metallic. So there's going to be some stuff happening here. But first things first, we need to find... That's the note. That's mega detuned version of the note. There we go. Cool. Now we've got an envelope telling it when to detune. You guys getting it? That's the first part. I wish I could do more. You know what we could do? We could double this. We could double this and like do the same thing but like slightly different. Hold. I mean, regardless, that's the general idea. We gotta get the shaping of the note right. We gotta get the shaping of it right. Of course. And now we gotta get the metallic parts of it. We've got that first stab, we've got that initial stab. So the initial signal is right, but we need to get the metallic parts of it, and we need to like getting somewhere. Okay, hold up. We're getting somewhere. Cooking, one might say. Oh fuck. Okay, we're almost there. We need a little bit more detuning. I think just at the beginning. We need a little bit more detuning. So a little bit more of this. Oh fuck, we're almost there. Holy shit. That is tight. That is fucking tight. It clipped a little bit. I'm sorry guys, but it sounds tight, right? No, this is not it. Look, sometimes clipping is okay. Let's just put a fucking limiter on it, and yeah, like sometimes clipping is okay. And I think we need to have some of that energy from the clip distortion going into a limiter in order to get that raw horn sound. Oh man, that's not gonna work, is it? Let's turn it down a bit then. I think it just needs a clip. I just think it needs to be distorted. Legit, I think that distortion is good. Holy fuck, that like legit sounds like a real fucking trumpet. Like straight up. Let's hear this again. Okay, let's play that note. Okay, the tail's a little bit off. We need to get the tail to work with us, more or less. But the attack is there. The attack is there for sure. And then we can take this as a fundamental sound, and we can utilize it for the lower horns, which is gonna be more or less this here. It's gonna be. I don't know the exact notes, but I think that's roughly it. Yeah, this chord progression is fucking sick. You're right, Zalz. Okay, let's hear this. I don't know if those are the right notes. We're going to have to listen to it again to make sure that those are the right notes. But basically, we're going to use this as a foundation. We're going to go ahead and just like kind of turn some of the stuff up. Okay, this just sounds like a shitty rap song now. Oh, fucking goddamn it. Okay, hold the fuck up. I fucked something up somewhere in here. I fucked something up. I need this attack, but I need this envelope to not control everything good, you know? I need it to like... I need this to be... Okay, let's hear it in here. Oh, it is the wrong note. It is the wrong note for sure. I think it's a 7. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's cool. Sick. Fuck yeah. All right. Well, we've got some of the horns. We need like the metallic ending of the sound. And in order to do that, we've got to use maybe a reverb filter, which is an extreme filter, but you'll see. Why is this not working? Oh, am I altering the wrong sound? I might have been altering the wrong sound. I was like, why is the sound not changing? What the fuck? It's because I was altering the wrong sound. Let's be real. What I don't understand is why the sound is disappearing. What is LFO3 controlling? The cutoff here? But the sound just disappears. I don't know why it's disappearing like that. Like, I need it to have more of a tail. I might need to separate the tail portion of the sound from the actual other portion of the sound, and then God, this is okay. Deep breaths. Where are we going from here? Let's listen to this again. Okay. Concept. These horns down at the bottom, they're not like pop horns so much. They're more like long, like drawn out horn sounds. Which means, Drug Magician Girl, we're restarting the sound. So we've got this. That sounds good, right? Which octave is it? I just want to get the right tone, and this is complicated for a lot of reasons. Partially because the note is changing, so if I filter it a certain way, I'd have to key track the filter, which oh, that's fire. That's fire. That's that good shit. That sounds perfect, right? I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. That one was not. I'm going off the rails. I need someone to pull me back in. Rein me in. Rein me in, everybody. I've lost it. I've lost the sauce. What the fuck am I doing again? Let's isolate things. Okay, first off. I don't know. I think it's a lot of different layers, and we got to start with one of them. But I'm not sure if horns is the one to start with. Obviously, the first attack. I think this is an octave too low, actually, now that I'm hearing it. But it needs that, like, low. I think it's both. I forgot that I have this horrible sound. I was like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, it's a doubled octave. It's got a high octave and it's got a low octave too. So we're gonna take this sound and we're actually gonna compress it. And we're gonna make it a little bit less wide. We're gonna rein it in a little bit. It's a little bit too wide. Yeah. And then we're gonna try to control the reverb. Control some reverb on it, because I feel like getting reverb on it will help it have that tail. But I'm not sure what kind of reverb we want. Let's see, hall. Chambers. Why do we not have like a brass chamber? Let's see. Because this is reverb from a sound design point. Ante says, when you're not making fire Edison deck profiles, you're doing this. Kind of. Yeah. There's a lot of this going on in my world, but it's different than this. I don't normally recreate things. Recreating things is definitely something that's different from what I'm used to doing. I normally just like create things from scratch. But yeah, sometimes I have a company that contracts out work like this, and like I'll make sound for like video games or for like fucking TV or ads or whatever. And then I also do like the more boring stuff. Like someone will send me like a file and they'll be like, hey, I need this mastered or whatever. I do that shit too, which I find to be incredibly boring work, mixing and mastering. Do I ever get frustrated doing this? Yes. Sometimes I get frustrated and then I abandon projects, but it's just a reflection of my personal understanding on the subject. Let's see what we can do with this reverb tail. That's pretty good. Let's put the reverb at the end though. Maybe before the compressor. We'll turn up the fucking... Clip it. Nice. Cool. And then we'll EQ this. Obviously, it's got to sound a little bit brighter than the way it's sounding right now. You can see there's lots of like weird artifacts in the low end. And we need some of this. You just mess around on your guitar and make sure nobody ever hears. Hey, man. Better than nothing. A lot of people don't even take the time to be creative about that. But this is starting to sound fucking awesome, actually, these horns. Like, if it didn't have to be exactly like this, which is, like, way more in the background. This is, like, way middlier. Like, we have these frequencies here, which are, like, not happening in the other one. They have, like, all this low stuff happening. Exactly what the Neo Daedalus says. It's not talent, it's skill. And that's true. If you just do something long enough, eventually you will get good at it. Like 10,000 hours, whatever. As long as your thought process behind getting better at it is good. As long as you have a good process. If your process is bad, you can learn things poorly and then never get better. And you see that a lot. Like, why do people hit plateaus? Why do people not improve? It's really more about how you improve. And like how you approach a subject than your actual raw talent with it. You can approach a subject that you're really bad at and improve at it regularly and consistently just based off of your approach, even if you are not naturally good at it. So it's a skill, and I think the skill itself is the skill of improving at something. So yeah, definitely something to think about. Anyway, we've got a lot of different stuff going on in the bottom here. We've got... What the fuck is this shit? I don't even know. Hold up. That's really awful. Okay. We're going to try to make the choir. I'm going to try to make the choir. And I'm not going to get super technical with it. I'm not going to do all the different vowel sounds, but we're going to try to make the choir. So the choir is going to be, it's going to have a chorus on it, like 7 voices probably, like the Virus Max. And we're going to turn down that a little bit. We'll probably turn down the width a little bit. Cool. And then, and then it's probably going through like some sort of formant shaping thing. And it's also like lower. Yeah, that's probably it. is probably just like form it. Now you'll notice there's a lot of fuzzy stuff that doesn't exist in real voice. I'm going to try to filter that out. It's really hard to recreate the human voice. It's really, really difficult because our voice is like very unique for sure. It's going to take a lot of filtering to get anywhere even remotely near where we want to be. So it's important for us to figure out exactly what is happening in the theme here. So, yeah. Let's try to get like an ah sound out of this. I'm gonna just turn up all the resonators. This is the start of it, and then maybe we figure something else out. We could try some of these AI plugins, see if it can get us closer. The awkward part is when we change notes, the filter doesn't move with it. So we can have one good sound, then we'd have to sample that out and load it into a sampler. But I think that's worth doing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna record a really long note of this. Oops. Yes, Ante, that's exactly what it is. So basically someone will send me like their stems, which is just like parts of a song that they recorded, and then I make that recording sound as good as possible on as many different mediums as possible. A large part of that job is just basically making the song sound balanced so that when it comes out of the speakers, it sounds right. Because it's very easy to have like an imbalanced mix that just sounds wrong. You'll notice in like semi-professional mixing, it's just not very clear. It's not very clear. Clarity is like a huge thing. And then also scaling is something that I focus on in a lot of my projects. How well something scales to like a large festival stage. Like, does it sound good loud? Because a lot of things are going to be played live. So if the song doesn't sound good live, then like it can sound good on an iPhone speaker and then sound shit live. It needs to sound fucking banging on both. That's the difference. Okay, between like a good mix and a bad mix. Okay, hold up. This is going to be vocal source 1. So we're going to take this, and then because it's got those effects on it, we've got this vocal source 1. I can then go to this, I think, and then find the vocal source and then load it into a different sampler. And then, yeah. This is getting really convoluted, but I want to be able to make the vocals sound like vocals, right? I want to be able to make them sound like vocals. This is a granular synth sampler. So we got this. Hold up, I gotta re-plug in my keyboard. This shit is not working for some reason. And we're back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We got perfect. There we go. Okay. We can definitely do something with this, but we need to make it into the voice. I don't know the notes that the choir's singing. We gotta figure that out too. So it starts off with, I think it's either a minor third. Yes, this. I don't know if this is right, and also the sound is terrible, but we're going to make this sound good. I just want to get the notes written in first. Cool. So we got the notes. We got this shit. This don't sound right, but whatever. Okay, it's starting to sound okay. It's starting to sound acceptable. We just need a little bit of attack on it to make it come in a little bit slower. I know what you guys are thinking. This sounds fucking terrifying. Yes, it does. Okay. No, that's legit. It sounds like a voice. Now, it doesn't sound like a good voice. It sounds like a dying, sickly, depressed like miserable voice, but it sounds like a voice, so we're getting somewhere. Okay, that, but we get the horns in there. Holy shit. We have a song, people. We have a song. It's not very good, but we're getting somewhere. Okay, folks. Okay. We've done it. It sounds perfect. It sounds amazing. Now we just need to get the horn harmony in there. Oh shit, I forgot I ruined the horns. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry. We got to get back to the horns. Okay, wait, we got to get back to the Dark Magician Girl pictures. Fucking bitch, where was I? Okay, here we are. Okay, cool. Init preset, initial preset, Dark Magician Girl. We're back at the beginning. Okay, it's all coming together now. It might be the most cursed ever, but we did it entirely using Dark Magician Girl picture. So this is what we have so far. We have this intro part. We're almost there. Legit. We're almost there. Hold, everybody. Hold. Everybody, hold. We just need a horn. We need a functional horn. This is actually like, it's actually like close. It's actually close. The vibe is close. Now, if someone had never heard the original theme song before, they'd be like, oh, that's pretty cool. Right? They'd be like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then you tell them you made it using just a PNG of fucking Dark Magician Girl. And they're like, oh, shit, what? That doesn't even make sense. It's music. How did you make it with a picture? And that's it. That's just it. Okay, hold up. We'll start from here. We need to get this horn sound right. How do I make a horn sound right? So here's the thing. I have horn sounds. I have horn libraries in here. Logic comes with horn libraries. I'll show you guys the stock libraries. That's what I'm saying. People would recognize it. The energy is right. We need to get the energy right. Like the specificness of it is not exactly right, but yeah. So like let's say we get this full brass legato, right? Let's just say we pull this up. Now this isn't made. This brass that I'm about to play is not made with the Dark Magician Girl. Okay, it's not. But this is how it might sound if it was like horns. So you guys see the kind of vibe, right? You guys see what it would sound like? We need to create that here. With the Dark Magician Girl somehow. I think first things first, we just got to band past it, right? Now, how does it get that motion? Because the horns have a motion to them. They fluctuate, right? This is the horns. There's like a breath into it. We need the note to kind of breathe into itself somehow. I'm thinking it has something to do with the attack of the sound, right? Yeah, in theory, you tell someone you made it with the Dark Magician Girl picture. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Interviewing, I don't know. I honestly, I might have to do that. I might have to do some sort of like music Yu-Gi-Oh crossover. But the only thing that could come to mind was using write the song. But that's a good suggestion, Ace of Spades. That's a good suggestion. Yeah, it is like an oscillation. It's kind of like a fluctuation in the human's breathing, pretty much. Because our breath is not like on off. It's like it fluctuates, right? So how is he getting that fucking thing? How do I synthesize that? Is that through detuning? Is that through phasing? Is that through like what is there just like do I just need to randomize an LFO? Like do I just need to do something like this and then just have it like go really slowly over time? Like I don't understand. Like okay, let's try this. Let's try this. And let's just make it like really slow rate. And let's just put it on the envelope. Yeah. So we've got LFO2 on the volume. This is kind of like a cursed bassoon, but it's not capturing that horn sound. It's not capturing that fucking what I need it to sound like, basically. Yeah, it's just like tapering off. Yeah, it's like the volume is moving. Neo Daedal. It's very human. That's why I added kind of this like random LFO to the level to kind of have it like come in and out like someone is breathing, and it helped a lot. But we just need to get the tone. Like the tone is the hard part, right? Maybe if I convolve this, I know we used the convolver a little earlier to try and get metallic on the cymbal, but what if we convolved this sound? What if this was the sound we convolved? So, what if we had like a mech animal badger? It sounds cool. It's just not hollow. All of these tones sound cool. But we need it to... This one's called Helmet. Me when I play Gravekeepers. Okay, hold up. There's got to be something here that makes it sound like a horn. Dead ass, Ante. Dead ass. Okay, what do we got? What the fuck? Copper buzz. Playing the right notes is not enough. It needs to be the right sounds. This is just not right. This is not the right sound. This is just not the right sound. Flanges, maybe we could try that. Yeah, that's a good call. Flanges. Additional filtration using the flanges. I was trying to get the flanges to sound right earlier, and they just fucking weren't. What's up, Thunder Dragon? I'm using Logic Pro X. It's an older version of it. Let me close this. But it is Logic Pro. The reason I'm using it for today's stream is because we got the multimeter, which allows us to look at the sound and dissect it. And that's kind of what we're doing. We're dissecting the Yu-Gi-Oh theme song and trying to piece together exactly what the fuck is going on. The issue is this sound. This sound is really cool, but it's not the right sound. You know, like it's a cool sound, but it's not the right sound, which makes me sad because like I want to use it somehow. Like this is cool, right? It's like the Yu-Gi-Oh theme song if you were on Academy. Just everything starts delaying. Hold up. It's like the Yu-Gi-Oh theme song, but just like you're just like fucking like I don't know what's going on anymore. Exactly, Blue Pawn. Exactly. I agree. It sounds very saw-ish, and I need it to be. But that's the thing is, I don't need it to be sinusoidal. I need it to be square. Okay, hold up. I just had a realization. What if we squarify it? Remove all of the odd harmonics, and we squarify it. That's kind of it, right? It's so bad. It's so bad. Yeah, it does. It sounds like a hard bass remix. It doesn't sound like horns. This is so frustrating. Dark Magician Girl, why must you do me like this? We managed to get the voice, like, okay. Like, the voice sounds like... The voice sounds like a human, right? Like, it sounds like a... Like, that's a person, right? I get it. It's a cursed individual. Put the copper effects back. Okay, let's try that one again. Let's try it with this square. I'm sorry, guys. That one's on me. Hold up. Metallic Room. Jesus Christ, it's so bad. It's so fucking bad. Okay. We'll come back to the horns. Let's just focus on something else. Is there anything else we can even focus on? Hold on. Okay. We can put these other horns in. So we've got horn here, horn here. Oops, that's really loud. Is it the same? Is it the same notes? I don't even know if it's the same notes. And then this part is... But that doesn't happen until later. Blue Blonde says maybe another voice. Maybe try anything but what you've made so far. It could be better. That's funny. That's super funny. No, it could, yeah, on the high note specifically. Okay. So this is what we have so far. This makes me want to die. This makes me want to die. Okay, let's just play through what we've got. Let's see if we should... It's time to duel. And then, okay, I want to make the bass. I want to make this bass here. Because I feel like that's going to be the fun part. But who knows? Maybe I go insane. I feel like that's going to be the fun part. Now, if I didn't have to do this all with the Dark Magician Girl, it would be so much easier. I could just, like, load up, like, preset patches and then just, like, fucking... But that defeats the purpose. So this is what we have so far. And then here there's like a fucking crazy like strings thing, right? It's just like... That's nuts. That's awesome. That's really cool. How am I gonna make that with the Dark Magician Girl? Okay, back to the horn. If I can get these horns done, and then we maybe try the bass, and I think that'd be a successful stream. What do you guys think? If we get this horn somewhat okay, and then we try the bass, that's probably good enough for me. But is it good enough for you guys? Or do you want more? Do the people here want more? Such a wild stream. Hold. All right, we're gonna set a hard cap. There's another voice that joins in on the high note. Are you talking about the horns? Yeah, probably. There's probably another voice. Hold. Okay, I've got 20 minutes. I've got 20 minutes. I've got 20 minutes, and I want to get this done in 20 minutes, and then we're gonna call it a stream. It definitely degenerated into I have no idea what the fuck happened today, but let's try to do these horns. Let's try to do it. Let's try to do it in 20 minutes. Okay, horns. That is not horns. We're going to start all the way over. I'm going to load in Dark Magician Girl all over again. We're going to take off all these effects. We're going to play without the filter. This is how she sounds. This is how the Dark Magician Girl sounds. When she speaks to you, this is what she's saying. Yes, that's what the Dark Magician Girl sounds like. We need to make her sound more like horn sound, which is like this. Instead of like this. Oh no, that's just dying person. So, if we take the EQs straight up and just copy them, and just fucking copy them. Now, this might not be the most cute way to go about this, but we're gonna try it, okay? So if you look at the horn, we got this frequency here at like 300 being boosted. We also got nothing up here, nothing down here. So it's time to remove all of this down here and remove all of this shit up here. Now note there's a huge cut here as well, at 400 hertz-ish. And this area up here, 1000 hertz, 1500 hertz, much quieter in the horns. All right, so that's pretty close. That's pretty close. We've got it. We've got the right tone. Right tone. But for some reason, there's still something to it. We've got the wrong harmonics. So we need the right tone, right harmonics. Which I think comes from maybe distortion. Fuck this waveform. I would use any other waveform than this. God, it is so bad. Okay. Because it has that one like high, like major harmonic that's not in the actual horns themselves. It is the fucking overtoned series that is wrong. And the way we can change that, maybe frequency shifter? Maybe this works? Who knows? We'll try it. Yes, Ante, the live will still be left up on the channel. You'll be able to rewatch it. We've spent 5 minutes. We've gotten this. All right, cool. Aggressive. Let's see if we can get some distortion. Maybe not use the presets. I'm just going to go for a multi-band distortion. Maybe not on this one. I think just having a little bit there. Yeah, it sounds muted, but it also just has the wrong harmonics. Like, outright just has the wrong harmonics. And I'm not sure how to go about, like, altering that without, like... Because the frequency shifter... Where is that note? Yes, you're right. I think what we need to do is we need to remove that high pass or low pass or whatever. And then we need to like put the fucking thing. I could layer multiple like different ones that have like different tones. Yeah. It would have to be the same pitch, of course, to make sure they all sound the same. Like they're all singing the same note, but yeah. So the reason it's muffled is because there's a low pass filter cutting out all of this shit, basically. But if we just have the low pass filter cutting it out at moments, like, not like that, not like car commercial dubstep, but like. The missing harmonies. Well, the missing harmonies are played by other instruments. So, yes, there might be other harmonies in the horns as well, but I'm just focusing on getting the tone right. Like the tone, the harmonics and the harmonies are two different things. Harmonics is like what pitch the overtone series, what overtone series happens from your fundamental pitch. That's the harmonics. And the harmonies is like other notes, straight up. Sorry, I'm not very clear about it right now. We have another 10 minutes, and then I must depart from you guys. It's been a fun stream. I'm going to give it 5 more minutes on the horns. I'm going to try the bass in like 5 minutes. We'll speed run it. But, yeah. This is close. It's not obviously going to be accurate at the end of the day, but this is closer. Maybe distortion is what it's missing. Maybe the reason it sounds so muffled is because it needs more distortion. No, the distortion's not helping at all. There's a wrong resonance here. I think it's this. All right, and then the strings. It's just a bunch of different voices. I don't know. I think this would be much easier if I wasn't restricting myself to using the Dark Magician Girl stuff, because I could just like use Alchemy, which has like vowel tones. Like I could literally just load up whatever. I could use the horns from like the stock sampler, whatever. Let's see if what it was like a choir. Like this even has like this has the fucking all of the choir stuff I could use like. And then it also has like different whatevers like different vowel sounds. You guys get the idea. And it would take me like 3 seconds. So it wouldn't be very fun to do it that way. It wouldn't be much of a challenge, but unfortunately we're going to be a little bit constricted on time. I'm going to try to give this bass sound a little bit of a go. This sound right here. So I'm going to try to make that bass sound, and then we're going to call it a stream. I think this was a successful stream. I think we had a pretty cool run. I'm going to play it back one more time once we're all done after I make the bass sound. But yeah, I think it did okay. I think it came out both better than and worse than I thought it would. The beginning was like we were on a roll, and then we kind of hit a wall with the horns and stuff. I think I'm noticing some weaknesses in my own production abilities, which is kind of funny. All right, so we've got ourselves our Dark Magician Girl, if you will. We're going to load her in. Waveform, done. What's up, Alex, man? How's it going? So we got this. And then we've got our bass riff, which is here. I'm going to duplicate this and just get it right on the beat, because there's like this weird thing happens. Your move! Yeah, cool. We'll just grab that. We'll throw it on onto the thing so that it starts right when I want it to. And then, yeah, we'll solo this. Hold up. A little bit more of the attack there. There we go. Okay. That's the sound we're trying to make. Here's our attempt. We're gonna write out the notes first, which is I don't actually remember the notes. What the fuck are the notes? Let's just play them both at the same time. There's more to it than this, but So I was asked, is this just a one-off stream, or are you going to do more streams till it's finished? I'm probably not going to finish this. It was fun, and it was something I wanted to do, but it'll probably be a one-off stream. If you guys really liked it, or if it does well in like hindsight, like if a bunch of people end up watching it in as like a VOD or whatever, then I'll for sure do more of them. But it just depends on if people watch it or not, really. Because like I just wanted to do this for myself today, because Dueling Book was down, but this is probably not going to be something I do more in the future. All right, we got the notes. Let's get the tone. So we got the notes, which is this. This is cool. This is cool. I like the band reject kind of vibe. There's still obviously some issues with just like the amount of like stuff that's happening in this with regards to like filtration and stuff. There's just a lot of content, like frequency content. As opposed to this bass, which is very much like not that. Hold up, let me pull up an EQ on the master. You can see there's like all this mid frequency content. Mid, lol. Oh man, I'm exceeding my time limit. Fucking bitch. Okay, whatever. We're gonna run it a little bit late. We're gonna run it a little bit late because I want to get this fucking bass amp designer. I want to try this out. I ain't never tried this out. These all sound like shit. What the fuck? What is deep? I'm like just running it through multiple amps now. I'm not even sure if this is like correct or anything, but we're just gonna run it through. What's trashy crunch? I feel like there's some combination of amps that works that makes this good, and you'd have to like split the signal and then like layer it all. But you could definitely get something like what is this? The only issue would be getting that slide, because there's like you can viscerally hear the fingers sliding as it's playing different notes, and you'd have to synthesize the slide separately from the actual notes themselves, which would be the hardest part of this, I think. But with regards to like actually like making a fucking hard ass thing, let me see how this sounds in like a guitar amp. None of these amps are really hitting. But you could definitely make this tone. Like this is just a matter of like finding the right distortions, finding the right harmonics. And then like maybe you get one take of it, like one note of it that has the right like phase, the right harmonics, everything, and then you sample that out and then you re-riff it into this. And then you'd have to synthesize the finger slides. Could I emulate the slides with just pitch manipulation? No, I think it'd have to be an entirely different sound. Because like if you separate the sound here, like if you listen to this sound here, like down here we have the But then, like, that could be pitch slides. Around the fundamental pitch, that could be pitch slides. But up here, when you have this, where, like, the fingers are, like, literally pressing up and down on notes that are not even being played, you'd have to have, like, a layer to the synth if you were going to really try to resynthesize this. Again, a lot of sound design and resynthesis is, like, going about you'd be missing the string and finger noise. Yeah, exactly. You'd have to do it in 3 different layers, more or less. It's a lot of it is, like, achieving the same thing, but how you go about it is entirely up to you. Like, I have a bunch of, like, guitars and amps and shit at my house. I would probably just re-record this shit. Like, if I wanted to cover something or whatever, I would just re-record it easily. But, like, actually going in and synthesizing a tone using a picture of Dark Magician Girl, for that, I'd say there's a bunch of different ways you go about it, but the most accurate way would be you'd have to separate the top part, the fingers and the string, and then the low end, which is what we have here. And we could put some slide on this already, like. That's how it'd sound with the slide in between it, the pitch bends between it. It sounds, like, closer, like, in terms of the low frequencies, but the top frequency stuff, you're not getting that finger slide. So you need to do something like that. Anyway, this stream's been a fucking blast. I really enjoyed doing this. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I know not a lot of people were hanging out for it, but it was a good time. Let's go ahead and play back what we have so far, just to see. We made all of this. If you're watching the stream, we made all of this with just a picture of Dark Magician Girl and some, like, basic synthesis stuff, and me just dicking around for the majority of it. All that plus a little bit of a bass tone. Pretty sick stuff. This was really fun. If I ever do anything like this ever again, I probably won't do a recreation, but I might do something like a remix. I might do something like taking a new spin at the Yu-Gi-Oh theme song. That's something I've thought about too, but I wanted to try this first because I think it'd be pretty cool to try it out and see how far we could get with just a little bit of PNG information and some basic sound design knowledge. So yeah, hopefully that was a fun time for you guys, and